So the other day, Kim and I got to introduce her to an old friend of mine that I've known since I was a kid. His name is Nella. And Nella is unique because not only is he blind, but he's also autistic. And one of the things that's always fascinated me about Nella is that he has this ability that if you ask him a particular date, like your birthday, he'll think for a second, and then he'll tell you what day of the week that was.
Yeah.
1977, August 11th.
Yeah.
That was it's a Thursday.
It's a Thursday.
And I've never understood how does he do that. So Kim finally just asked him.
Yeah. Just asking him, Nella, how do you remember these days of the week? And he said, well, it's because I was around back then.
I was around back then.
Like silly me.
And we realized that what he was really saying was he's in the moment. His whole life is in the moment, that he can remember what day of the week was because he was there. And, it wasn't a stretch to realize that the reason he was able to do that is because of his blindness. And because of his blindness, he was forced to rely on his other senses.
Mm-hmm. Touch and smell and hearing, all of those are going to keep you grounded right in the moment. It's going to be very present. You don't have the distraction of sight.
And it's almost like we were talking about that day, it's almost as if our sight, which arguably is the most valued sense we have, it is that ability that we have that actually hinders us from being in the moment, because it gives us the opportunity to look beyond and look elsewhere and look around, whereas someone who is blind, they don't have that option. They're forced to live in the moment, which is actually where we want to be. So then, we start talking about this idea of how do you live in the moment? We want to live in the moment. We want to get to that place in our life where we've mastered that we live now. We don't worry about tomorrow, like Jesus said. We live in the present. We live here. We're content. We're alive in the moment.
Don't worry.
Don't worry.
Don't worry.
Don't panic.
Don't panic.
How do you do that? Well, you do it very simply through meditation. And it was really about that time that we had already kind of been honing in on this idea of the importance of being in the moment. I was realizing in particular myself how much of my life I was somewhere else. And I was thinking about something else. I was planning something else. I was excited about something else. And I was always looking ahead and always thinking about what's next. And it was very humbling as I began to think this through, to realize how little of my life has actually been here in the moment, and how much of life really I've missed, and is really convicting. And so what we learned from Nella really helped a lot. Inspiring mm-hmm. to practice meditation and to close our eyes and voluntarily choose to be blind, so that we're not distracted by all the future that exists, all the possibilities that exist around us, but to just be still. Mm-hmm. So what I've learned from this is, one, how to be calm in the midst of situations that would otherwise render panic. I'm learning to enjoy even the mundane moments, because just being in them and experiencing them, and I'm learning to focus and be here and intent, rather than just off in my mind wandering about who knows what. So that was our day with Nella.
That was our day with
That
Nella.
was our life lesson with Nella.
Yes, it was.
Boom.
Oh.